love him. I will love him. Jesus, he is mine. He is mine forever. Jesus, he is mine. Jesus, he is mine. worship you with all of my soul. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. Oh, love, oh, power, oh, you in my life. Oh, love, oh, power, oh, you in my life. I will worship you with all of my mind. I will worship you with all of my heart. I will worship you with all of my soul. You're my Lord. You are my Lord. Oh, love, oh, power, oh, you in my life. Oh, love, oh, power, oh, you in my life. I will worship you with all of my mind. I will worship you with all of my heart. I will worship you with all of my soul. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. Oh, love, oh, power, oh, you in my life. Oh, love, oh, power, oh, you in my life. I will worship you with all of my mind. I will worship you with all of my heart. I will worship you with all of my soul. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. You are my Lord. Yeah, you are my Lord. You are my Lord. I was feeling sad and low. didn't know where to go. I remember you said to me, I'll see you through, I'll see you through. Yeah, Lord, you saw me through, you saw me through, you saw me through. Yeah, Lord, you saw me through, you saw me through, you saw me through. Yeah, Lord, you saw me through, you saw me through, you saw me through. I remember you said to me, I'll see you through, see you through. Yeah, Lord, you saw me through, you saw me through, you saw me through. Yeah, Lord, you saw me through, you saw me through. You saw me through. When my loved one has gone away, they've been gone oh so long. I remember you said to me, I'll see you through, see you through. Yeah, Lord, you saw me through, you saw me through, you saw me through. Yeah, Lord, you saw me through, you saw me through, you saw me through. Yeah, Lord, you saw me through, you saw me through, you saw me through.
So, how was this? So we're getting like a lot of timelines. Can you see if they can start their games? And then, because we're supposed to start right at 11.
Okay.
And then 14 will.
So get the names from these tables, I guess?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Do you want me to get this side too?
So just this line, the dignitary names, just the people that are from away from here.
These ones here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so yeah, that group there, here. I mean, we know the legislature, we know the general.
Nedu kara tsaroga, yes. Ukamateo, tsaroga, malele spaka. Mabma sibua, maladawu, iwa kadak. Malele spaka, badimbaku, badawakawa. Awa den he, mawaru tanak. Eko kak. Malele spaka, isko seritse. Mawi jago nawawa. Areku, mabma sibua, ek balere wada. Ila seritsa. Era hena kusato na. Ilha, Sebastian, Jodere. Is Marcos. Marcos that was about the Mrs. Stem. Yahoo that the news are careful. At the Psar of the Malayan, a Malayan Spark, a Matawaka, a Matbarastel. There are Matimba for Toru. There are no other, but potato, but Palera. I Palera guy is this. It is a hitcha. Homeric. A Makusur. Is a cushion, the sparkle, a hitcha. I go now, Amo. Eight Marcoa, the Kuat, so my dick. I think you for the south. At no other, but God command that I go cold with you. Never say the worst. Airport as a pain at Malaria chat. Malaria see a child very loud. Idiot, the spot is Eli's waiting. They are Iwana Sushi. How they idiot to the spot is Marcy as a child. I didn't say, don't start out gift. How you do that in Nawaka? Iwat khawatin na. Malaywak malaywak kumat hindi wae. Kauda si pay wo chewo. Asa, so que ro para ayu para sewa he yo. Apsaro que sanako que ni me fa goliche. Hoyo ko mami. O chamacha. Jiro aja. Ore sao ore grafteris. Hemos boxado. Ore assumo que juega ore tudo. Ore na caure. Vivirka. Mas é uma Deus. Que ave biego, garas patira. Que sali terroriro mas foi haute. Here am waga with tamaru haku so gat viwa ja ga vichu mahoma. Ai bis par cook mamo kumir viware sadagu. Like a bed, welcome to each and every one of you for this very eventful today, eventful happening. We began a new chapter in the Psaroga people's future. But before we get started, I'd like to call all the senators of the legislative branch, please come and be seated, as well as our executive branch officers. Chairman Okayu, Vice Chairman Dana Wilson, Secretary AJ Not Afraid, and Vice Secretary Sean Backbone, and all of our senators, if you would please come and be seated, along with our officers and board of Westmoreland, if you would, please come and be seated. As soon as our coordinator, Rana Amiat, lines up our program, we'll begin today's signing ceremony.
Please write down your name so I know who's at this table, please.
Well, our senators are making their way on top of the platform, as well as our executive officers and representatives from Westmoreland. Today's activities are being aired over crowlegislativebranch.org on the internet. Lorenzo Mountain Sheep is live streaming the events today of this signing ceremony. And for those that are viewing or waiting to hear what the connection would be, it is crowlegislativebranch.org. Lorenzo Mountain Sheep, who is feeding this event to the internet process. So if you will just mark that and let your people back home know.
Appreciate it. No, she sounded saying that.
As I mentioned, today is another beginning, a new chapter we are about to enter between our executive officers, our legislative branch, for all of the membership of the Absaloga Nation. That you heard our officers as they were vying for the offices that they were working diligently to make better the economic and financial situation of the Crow people. Not all at once, but piecemeal, get many, many things going so that in due time they have visions of all members of the Crow Nation living in prosperity, living well, all share equally the wealth and fruits of their efforts. So today, we again assemble to witness an eventful happening in this venture of financial betterment for the Crow tribe. Before we start, I'd like to call to the microphone our elder, Mr. Pius Reelbird, to say a word of prayer. So gentlemen, if you will, remove your hats and your caps as Pius says a word of prayer for us.
Kapta, mas velakatsa, mahoma, let us pray. God may pray. That's it, body. And I want to pray. Ever come on. But God from there. It's velakatsa, God will start off. Bahantsel. Barara hovis greco. Men guarda se calcola una cosa fabbrica. Bahantsel. Non va saria casi. Non manco ore. Baudi trude. Beccata scattare. Was qualcosa. Merkatkaa on seskaan. Skakkaa tästä ei missä greco. Baitselle. On näy. Baasumun kiitsevillä valkku. Mitkä se toi? and I want that. What I want, what shit, what to what career, what's so good. Let the peer control good to them. Let's what they're going go back up. It's nearly all it's got. Let's check out the let's have it good. Then I know we've got outside of it. I'm going to go there to one on. And when I wiped, got the outside, it's good. Yeah, then but I said, yeah, God. I supposed to go the way, God. Yeah, should go, I supposed to go to the God. But I'm not that time, good. But I'm not that time, good. But I did good. My mama, that could hear, God, let's go down. So good, to the box, the box, what time, let's go down. And it's go fast, what time, oh, it's got so good. Then my parents got well. I'm stronger than 1,000 miles. I'm stronger than 1,000 miles. Proud of it. But I'm not charged, Captain. I'm on go on charge. Go ahead, go ahead. When I go to the you're not going to want to back go to get so. That chain was all to say, I'm not taking that go down the side. Yeah, good. Good long. Was the dog go. Yeah, very good. To live with the way. A very so good. A very so good what I expect so goes a voice guy. At this time, I like to bless Westmoreland resources that work with the Crow tribe for the last 40 years or more. Mother, God bless the Chief Executive Officer and his staff to work with the Crow tribe in the harmony. May all of us here in the building prosper and in good health and all the people around the world. In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Oh, Chiramacha, Utrira. Yaga Najugaracha. Yakmabe Mushwood, Uga. Newariwa here, Konaku Kone. Kom maar stoesje, maaigetske. Are a waterway kom. Olie got top. Mire Rushko Gogorabod, Irobushbeyu. Mitchakbachad. Before we proceed any further, I'd like to pay tribute and give thanks to the freedom that we Americans enjoy. We call upon our singers, the Black Whistle Singers, to sing a flag song, and for those of you that are able to, kind of please ask you to rise, remove your hats and your cap as Black Whistle sings a flag song. Chiromachan Kumigishan. Thank you very much for your kind attention and respect for the flag song of the Crow Nation. Brings to mind approximately 40 some odd years ago that coal exploration was diligently pursued by the Edison Reilbird administration back in the 60s when he was chairman of the Crow Nation. He foresaw and projected that the Crow would live well by the development of this black gold in a solid form called coal. And from those efforts, several prospect mining leases were let. One was Shell Oil Company, AMAX, Peabody, and Westmoreland. Westmoreland developed what they call Tract 3 and started their mining venture in 1974, and we are 1 year shy of their mining Crow coal, 1 year shy of 40 years. Next year will be 40 years that Westmoreland has mined Crow coal, and we thank you very much for your partnership and looking for the betterment and the goals of our leadership. Thank you very much. Gentleman from Westmoreland Resource. There was 3 tracts, tract 1, 2, and 3. 3 is where they are mining. 2, they turned back to the Crow Nation under the leadership of the late Chairman Carl Van. 5,000 plus acres were reverted into Crow ownership there in the ceded area. So that also deserves a round of applause, and through the efforts of Westmoreland, how about a big hand for that? 5,000 acres that came to Crow tribe. Now, today's event will continue the mining operation of the Westmoreland Resources as they will lock in Tract 1, the coal reserve, so that they can continue mining with no break in the action. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I called on the microphone the President and CEO of Westmoreland Resources, and please welcome Bob King.
Thank you. It's really nice for me to be here today for this wonderful ceremony. As you know, we're here to celebrate a very important occasion in Westmoreland's eyes, for the ceremonial signing of the Tract 1 coal lease between Westmoreland Coal Company and the Crow tribe. But before I start talking, I'd like to thank a few people. First, I'd like to thank your chairman for his exceptional leadership in working through the issues related to the negotiations that we went through in order to get to the point where we could sign this lease. Next, I'd like to recognize members of the tribal administration and the members of the legislature, members of the Natural Resource Committee, and members of your legal team, which helped us and assisted us through this process of negotiating the lease. Your representatives conducted themselves very professionally with the highest degree of professionalism and understanding of business during these negotiations, and for that we are very appreciative. Thank you very much, and give them a hand. Finally, and more importantly, I'd like to thank the Crow tribe for their support of the mine over the last 39 years. And without the support of the Crow tribe, and without the support of the Crow tribe, the Absaloka mine would not be here. It would not be possible. And for that, I thank you. Aho. We at Westmoreland truly see the Crow tribe as our business partners.
Let's take this.
And the success of the Absaloka mine is a major imperative for us, and without your support, that would not be possible.
Right over here. Eliminate.
As most of you know, we began mining in 1974. This partnership started in 1974, 39 years ago. And we had a small group of partners at that time, Westmoreland and a small group of partners. Over the years, Westmoreland acquired the partnership interests of all of the other partners, and in 2007, we finally had completed total ownership of the mine, totally in Westmoreland's hands. And at that time, we also assumed operational control. Prior to that point in time, other companies besides us actually operated the mine, although we were a partner. And I will tell you that before Westmoreland assumed total control of the mine, we all may not have appreciated or recognized the value of our relationship with the Crow tribe. I assure you that Westmoreland truly understands the value of working with the Crow tribe, the value of our partnership, and the value of our employees who we get from your community. And we're going to do everything we can going forward to continue to make sure that our relationship is strengthened and that it is valued and respected. Since beginning operations in 1974, the Absolica mine has produced and sold about 182 million tons of coal. And that significantly contributed to the Crow tribe as well as to Westmoreland Coal. It also contributed significantly just to the regional economy. If you think about economy and if you think about business enterprise, something like the Absolica mine, where we have the number of employees we have, you can think about 4 times that number of employees, or 4 times that number of people are employed because the mine is here. As I said before, we've produced about 182 million tons of coal since we started mining, and we're quite frankly very proud to have done that while maintaining a very good safety record and taking care of the environment. Our number one value at the mine is to provide a safe workplace for our employees, and our employees, we see them as our most valuable resource. We believe that coal mining can happen and can take place with nobody getting hurt, and we have an exceptional safety record, and that is partly because of the company, but that's partly because we have such exceptional employees. It's a testimony to the exceptional efforts of all of our employees at the mine and their dedication to safety. Taking care of the environment is another core value that Westmoreland has. And we believe coal can be developed in a way that protects both cultural resources, natural resources, and we believe that we can mine coal at the mine. We believe everybody can do that, quite frankly, and still return the mine to useful and productive use when we're done. We're very proud of our environmental record at the Absolica mine, and we're very proud of the reclamation at that mine. The one thing I'll tell you that we believe is that the reclamation of the mine is actually going to be our legacy. After we're gone and after coal has been mined and the mine has been reclaimed, that's what's going to be left for everybody to see. And we really want to be the best that we can be with regard to turning the land back to what it was like before we started mining. Ultimately, we know we have to be both a good neighbor as well as a good employer. So, the Tract 1 lease. It's very important to Westmoreland Coal. It's very important to the Absolica mine. And it's very important to the Crow tribe. Let's talk about the benefits. From a mine perspective, this lease adds approximately 145 million tons of coal to our existing reserves and resources. At 6 to 7 million tons of coal a year, which is a little bit more than we're mining right now, but quite frankly, we're hoping to increase our production higher than that. But at 6 to 7 million tons a year, that lease will extend the life of the mine for another 20 years. And that means this is going to ensure the long-term stability of mining this operation and the long-term stability of the many jobs that it provides. This coal will also allow us to go out and begin aggressively marketing this coal. You know, without resources, you can't go out and tell somebody that you can provide them with coal, as far as a customer is concerned. So, you know, our hope is to go out and aggressively market this coal. Our hope is to increase our production over what it is now and expand the level of production at the mine. With higher production, our costs decrease and we can be more competitive. And that's the bottom line. When we're out mining, one of the things that we have to do is be very competitive with everybody else out there, particularly where we're located. You know, we have to be competitive with the Powder River Basin in Wyoming. So benefits, more benefits for jobs. You know, I know that jobs are very important to the tribe and that unemployment for its Crow tribal members is relatively high. From a jobs perspective, the mine has historically been the largest employer on the Crow Reservation, largest private employer on the Crow Reservation. And we are committed to actually increasing that employment. Increasing sales and production for the mine will mean increased employment and more Crow jobs. You know, these jobs provide a very good living for many, many people. And you know, the average wage is somewhere around $65,000, $66,000 a year, and with benefits. And today we have 118 employees at mine. 67% of those employees are Crow tribal members. By the end of the year, we're hoping that we can add another 30 employees to the mining operation once Excel's Sherco power plant gets back in operation. And many of you may know, one of our main customers had a major outage where their equipment basically failed, and they have been down almost 2 years now. They have indicated to us that they're be coming back into production sometime, I think, in September. And we're hoping that that timeline holds and that we can get up and going at full production sometime later this year. As I said before, I'm committed to increasing mine production, and I'm committed to increasing jobs for the Crow tribe and for the regional area. And if you talk about benefits just to the tribe itself, with the signing of this lease, the Crow tribe will receive about $12.5 million in bonus and advance royalty payments over the next 4.5 years. In addition to that, you know, the Crow tribe significantly benefits from Absolica, from the mine, and a major portion of the Crow annual operating budget comes from Westmoreland's coal taxes and royalties. Over the past 3 years, over $61 million has been paid to the tribe in taxes and royalties. That's a pretty big number. In 2010 and 2011, when the mine was operating at full capacity and the coal taxes and royalties paid to the tribe totaled more than $20 million in each of those years. Or more than 2/3 of, from what I understand, about 2/3 of the tribal income from non-federal sources. Our goal, as I said before, is to increase production at the mine above the level it was operating in 2010 and 2011. And if we're successful, this will result in significant increases of revenues to the Crow tribe. Finally, in summary, you know, I believe that Westmoreland Coal and the Absolica mine are the cornerstone of the tribal self-sufficiency that your chairman has so strongly advocated. And this is something, you know, I believe that from a standpoint of how you utilize coal and how you generate economics, you know, one of the things we have to look at is using the resources that we have available to us. You know, we have been blessed here, and the tribe has been blessed with an extraordinary large amount of coal. And hopefully that we'll be able to continue to mine that coal, that politically it won't become such a problem that we have to curtail it. Obviously, that's one of the things we worry about, is we worry about politically that, you know, this wonderful resource that we're blessed with will go untapped because the politics changes around how we deal with coal and natural resources. In closing, I'd like to again thank the chairman and the legislature and the Crow Nation for working with us to ensure the long-term security of the Upsalica mine. And we at Westmoreland consider the Crow tribe to be both a business partner, and we consider you to be good friends. You know, and as friends, one of the things I'd like to do is this summer, and we haven't got a date tied down yet, but this summer we're planning on having an open house at the mine, and I would like to invite everyone here and everybody in the tribe to come visit the mine and tour the mine and see what it is we do, first of all, see how we take care of the land, and really just see what it is all of your friends and neighbors do when they work out there. So, you know, again, I'd like to invite everybody to come to the mine when we get that date settled on, and we'll be publishing that at some time in the future. Thank you, and finally, you know, we look forward to a long and successful continuing relationship with the Crow tribe. And again, aho. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bob King, President and CEO of Westmoreland Resources. This gentleman listened to his elders. He saw the plight of the Crow people growing up as a youngster in the valley of the Greasy Grass, Mighty Few area, as well as all of the Crow Reservation. He saw the wishes and dreams of elders of the Crow people. As he became an officer of the Crow Nation, he was again told many, many times to develop the vast resources, the many, many resources of the Crow people under the Crow Reservation. Fluid and solid minerals, other minerals that you could live well off from the income of those natural resources. And with that, we are also ready to embark on another chapter. And it's through this leadership of this young man who pursued wanting the betterment for all Crow people, moving fast. This is about the 5th major accomplishment in his first quarter in office. Please welcome to the microphone none other than the chairman, Honorable Darren O'Coyote.
First off, I'd like to thank the Westmoreland President and CEO, Bob King, and your staff. As I stated earlier in the back room there, I was sincere in saying that, we've negotiated in good faith, and sometimes we, walk away from the table, we get mad and come back, and we negotiated. You guys are pretty tough to negotiate with, but I think you'd probably say the same thing about us, because we have guys like Dale Leveler and Bill Watt on our side. You have Mike Kegley on your side. All those people did a good job, and let's give the attorneys a round of applause, because they're the ones that sat through meetings and hopefully stand up. Jay Harris, Bill Watt, Dale Leveler, please stand. These are solid. We will in go his eyes. But at this time, what does Tract 1 coal lease, what does it mean? A lot of people will ask, what's all the, the ceremony or the signing ceremony, the dinner, why is it all important? If you got your per cap check yesterday, that's how important it is. And along those same lines, could we have guys from Westmoreland stand up, and all the guys that have worked there before, and retired from their police stand. All the guys that work for Westmoreland and are working. Let's give all of these guys a round of applause because I got these gentlemen here and some ladies. They're the reason why, you know, a lot of you. The largest percentage of our budget within the Crow tribe, and then the per capita we get 3 times a year comes from the hard work of those gentlemen. Yaga Salaga, you know, Malala Snoguda, I would cut chick. Chico Malaja ship. Which the outside. Ali chao ko dali du sa kala ko me du look kugagan shewa waga cheka molela he shika sawaga ego there but by him was go get ya ga choch pale wo mawish kuso ba masa wa tekbishka wo bugaga legislatures district bylaw so the ko district bylaw but choch pale wo be chu but by him was but by watch you, but by choka. In a Absaloga, Kami Hamazu. Yaga 13,000 we go to Yaga. But what I was you had David created with Salaga. And now Mawishka saw and now Okasha Talasha with that. Village Bazna. Bayo Kadal Khasiwa Kuluk. Yaga, Bayo Khasako, Ispala, Talio, Elakuk. Yaga, in a walla, Ispalaham do took, Tadalio. Bale Piligam Kudulu, Haxawali Kusu, Kudi. Yaga, Amalio said, good talk down, Salvage, so good. Yaga, hey, my host was each up by her. The mouse be a milady. This is where he got a ghost. Whole suit, which is so cool of Salaga. Kalagoi in a way, Malago like a Jiwaka. And a Salaga. Balala host, I'm a mule, which up a mule. Kalagoish could say. Babin Mila. Hey, a Maliosha. Bilun, Babikski, Bila Dahele, Ekon, this Bagut Hafedon, Balalu, Tedila, at Bali Instilal, you call ya weave. This is why Dila Walikski, Dila also got Tyler, Dila Takul, Balash and Newa, Bila Lewo, you call ya weave. Hele, Naga, you know. But besides coke by the what the gonna in a lager cone on the small what in a lager okish salaga okish saga shali walish to small what they call that can lula leo kamali how much you could just balilo lager a master shida Kabachos last balilo kamali how much you wish to cook the bagon foolish. But the bulls are good cooking a shayla. Bobby, Chimwigger, Cook, Bobby, down we get him. Number Bawala, she, Bobby, now we get him. Balawu cooked. But the bulls are good cook. Yeah, I get she still do it. Yeah, I get Malaya still good tick, but Cookset, but believe it could tug. Malaya said what that bull. Up the tail, the bulls are all could it. You will let JC start, baby. But I need you. Birbali like in legislatures, Lachbali like. Well, I asked a little bit what got bull. Got cheesy white, but what got was the hair give it to it. But Bakusak, a little chevu. Hey, Bob Pistas are Barago, took Baksal, late chewy, Spahali, late chewy cool, believe you. You call you. Ladies and gentlemen, the estimated total tons of at the Tract 1 coal lease is 145 million tons in place of Rosemont McKay. The area covering is, earlier we were talking, we said about 4,000, it's actually 14,000 acres in Tract 1. The bonus and advance royalty totaling 12.5 million paid over the next 4.5 years. And that's advance royalties and bonus. Total of 3.5 million bonus over the first 6 months at signing and BIA approval. 1 million per year bonus next 4 years. Advance royalty 2 million at BIA approval. 750 per year advance royalty next 4 years. Production royalty is the full 12.5% at same rates as the state of Montana, and severance and gross proceeds 15% and 5% of coal sales priceless deductions. I get 27% of the total royalty, severance and gross proceeds. 27% goes to the Crow tribe. The hiring and contracting preference will be, tribal hiring and contracting preference will be a provision that's been put in place. Then Westmoreland has supported the tribe to assume primacy over SMACRA regulations and protection for cultural resources. Those were put into the negotiating, and one key person to all of this is in order for this coal to keep mining. Right now we've got an extension of Indian coal production tax credit, and we benefit greatly from this, not only ourselves, but Westmoreland and our future partners, the Cloud Peak Energy, will also benefit from this. There's Indian coal production tax credit that was put in place by Senator Baucus, and he has Mr. Corson here representing, but he's been instrumental in keeping the mine going. Without this Indian coal production tax credit, a few years back, EPA was going to shut down the coal mine out there at Sarpy, and myself and the late Andrew O'Dowd kept flying back to DC fighting EPA, and at the time they said the federal government has a lot of subsidies that they could help you with. When we told them the majority of our budget comes from Westmoreland and the coal mine and the coal industry, and at the time the EPA told us, well, we're going to shut down and you can go see BIA for some more subsidies and to help you with the federal programs. But that's not what we wanted to do, and we fought, and Baucus and Tester, when he came in, they both helped us get to the point where they established Indian coal production tax credit, and right now I'm going to say this in my language. Arguably, mag Okusuza below again. Again, Bishaki, the Beetle, Poppies, and below again. Beetle nearly killed enough. The Indian coal production tax credit was put in place, and they've extended it this year up to the end of the fiscal year, so we have to go back and fight for that to continue that. And along those same lines, we're looking at the future of coal is export. Right now, I know everybody's probably worried about Korea trying to bomb us, but right now we're worried about sending coal over there. All these good days we're having will continue if we open those ports. All these good days we're celebrating, just like we did yesterday. I talked about when people were getting their cap. I drove into Crow and people were almost running into each other, and there was a traffic jam at the post office, which is a good day. And I talked about, let's have more of those good days together. But in order for that to happen, we would need those ports in the Northwest to open up, and that's what we're working on. And AJ was down, AJ and Dale and a few others were down in the Northwest kind of the city send us as scouts because they're being attacked by all these tribes. But at the end of the day, the tribes that they realize how important coal is to us, because for them it's gaming, but for us it's coal. We're never going to be a casino-rich tribe because we don't have the population to support it. I know a lot of you support it, and I thank you for that, but we don't have the population to support a big gaming industry. But the key is export, and then the other component is using clean coal technology, carbon capture, and a lot of you probably wondering where the Many Stars project, where that's at. And right now, currently, we're working on the technology with one of our partners, and we studied the last 3-4 years, and we'll be talking to them here shortly. And I think it's an exciting project. It's going to create much needed jobs, and right now the technology is in its final stages. We've sent coal to the University of North Dakota, where they studied the coal for the last 3 years, and now the carbon capture, that's what a lot of people, the pollution, carbon capture, that's the key component where we capture that and put it into fertilizer to camelina for biodiesel. That's where we're going, but we'll bring that technology out and explain it to a lot of Crow people, but that's where we're at. Our partner was put in place, Excelergy. They're out of DC, and they're part of the Exxon Mobil, but they've broken off and doing their own technology, but we signed them and we got grants for them. The last, I think it was 2009 is when I talked with Excelergy, but now all the studies have been done, and so that's, and I think both our partners, Westmoreland and the future Cloud Peak, I think they'd benefit greatly from this domestically. But on the domestic market is declining. Power plants are shutting down, and the reason why a lot of people they don't understand why the per caps have been lower last couple of years is because the largest Westmoreland supplies the largest buyer of coal is out of Sherco plant in Minnesota, and it went down about a year and a half, going on 2 years, and it'll be, the last report was September to come on board. But that's the largest buyer of coal is Sherco plant, and they went down, and that's why the revenue has gone down as well. So when I ask you per cap, nobody stole it. It went down because of the plant. But that's what a lot of people assume. And with that, we thank you for being here, and what a great day. And like I said, this would have never happened without the help of the legislative branch. So legislatures, if you'd stand up, let's acknowledge them, because they're part of the process the whole way through. And now, both agreements are being, when we're done approving on our end, it's BIA's hand. So BIA, it's Vienna and your crew, it's all up to you guys now. Ilaga BIA, ilaga washka sawa gulu BIA tushdag process ego tushdag. Once those are signed by BIA, then more royalty comes to the Crow tribe. So that's why I said it's in your hands. Literally, it's BIA approval is part of the process. But and with that, we thank all of you for being here, and enjoy the rest of the day, and hope we have many more days like this. Thank you.
Korea Hag, President Mao, and Ushwaga, the Savadu of Poor Hahidi. Shangsu, Yurash, words of accomplishment, goals, betterment for all Crow people, Chairman O'Coyote. Now, his counterpart over in the legislative branch. A gentleman that is working also diligently hard, having many meetings, not just over at the chambers, but private meetings over the phone, wherever it may be, to get and lobby his fellow senators to approve legislation or put language in legislature so that the goals of the executive branch could be realized. So please welcome to the microphone the Speaker of the House, Kenny Shane.
Oh, Papa. Yes, it's a good day as we come together. It's April 11th. Yesterday was April 10th. And like the chairman was saying, it was good to see everybody happy and excited to get their per cap. Everybody went to, I noticed that the tribe yesterday, everybody had a meeting in Billings, or else they had some claim they had other business to take care of. But we know that everybody was excited with their per cap checks, so it's good. You know, we celebrate this. And one thing we have to remember is that this is a partnership. We just completed the first 40 years. We're coming in to complete the first 40 years. So this is a new beginning between the Great Crow Nation and Westmoreland. And today I'm standing up here declaring that another glorious 40 years, but we're going to experience even more revenue, more per cap. Once we start saying that, it's going to start coming. We have to support our partner here, Westmoreland. The more coal they sell, the more money we get. So we have to pray for that Sherco power plant in Minnesota to get back on its feet and get running, so that more money comes to us, the Great Crow Nation. As you see, the legislative branch, 18 senators, executive branch, 4 officials. You have 22 who have come together on behalf of each and every one of you, all 13,000. These 22, the elected, have come together so that each of you can benefit. And that's how it's supposed to be. And we have to keep that going. So give a round of applause to your elected officials as they have represented each and every one of you. That's 22 officials on behalf of 13,000. And we have to remember that there is a vision. The Oldcout administration has a vision. The legislative branch, as they see these things coming in, we get excited. We're in April session right now. Yesterday, as we were going through the joint action resolutions the executive branch had brought over, it was good to see the senators talking about each issue that came up. Each of them had ideas. They started adding ideas. And it's good to see your government out. Yesterday, I was proud to see the senators all coming out, making amendments, making recommendations. The chairman came over yesterday morning and gave the rein over to each committee chair with each resolution. The chairman, he said, go ahead and handle it. He has that much trust in the legislative branch that things are flowing and things are going well. We have to keep this going. But it takes all of us coming together. Each and every one of us. There's 13,000 of us. We have to stick together. We have to be a nation that complements each other. We have to be a nation that brags on each other. That's what the clan system is about. Your clan uncle brags on you. We have to remember that. And we have to reject anything that is negative said about each other. Let's get away from that, because through all of our positive words, you're seeing it today. And we have to keep it going though. There's a lot of things that are coming forward. You know, the tribe is moving forward very quickly. In December, it took us what, Chairman, eight minutes to pass the budget then? You know, I've never seen a budget being passed in 8 minutes. And I think the Crow Nation has a good government in place now. We've got a good, strong system. And so we have to stick together though. And that's all I keep saying. We stay on task. Your senators are coming in. coming up with ideas. We need to do this on behalf of the people. Executive branch comes over. Everybody comes into the office there. We start talking. The wheels start turning. The wheels start turning, then you see the fruits of those wheels as they keep turning. Yesterday you seen it, and it's going to be even better. Last year, when the Old County administration was running for office, I kept saying it's going to be a good 2012. Now this year, I'm saying it's going to be a good 2013. We keep saying that. Things are coming up. Native Days are coming up. Crow Fair is coming up. We're going to keep celebrating. But today, we celebrate with Westmoreland because it's a new beginning of another 40 years. We're celebrating today is that our kids, our grandkids, will now be able to experience what we have with per cap. Per cap is the best thing. We were always envied. We're not a casino tribe. We are a natural resource tribe. And we were always envied because other tribes didn't know what per cap was until they became casino tribes. But us, we're put in the right place. You, the Crow people, you live in the right place. We're put in the right place because we experienced that. And we will always be taken care of. So we must always give thanks to God. He put us here. We see the 4 seasons. We've got coal, we've got natural gas, oil. All these things are coming now. So let's stay positive. Let's support our executive branch. Let's support the senators and say good things, so good things will keep coming back. So it's good to see everybody. Let's enjoy ourselves, and it's a beginning of a new era. And I say thank you to the administration as they keep coming over to the legislative branch. They don't come over and say, this is what I'm going to do. They come over and they say, we'll do it this way. Let's do things this way. Here's how shall we do this? Shall we? It's always us or we. And that's how it's supposed to be. So I commend the Old Cloud administration for doing a job well done on this negotiating. Westmoreland, thank you. As you show your appreciation to my people today. This is the people's coal. And on behalf of the people, I thank you for coming, feeding the people, and appreciating us. We have to appreciate each other so that once we appreciate each other, we respect each other, then things will always be good. Senators, good job too. So, ahoy to all of you.
Thank you very much, Ken Schick, Speaker of the House. A gentleman that has a very important role, as all senators do. He is the chairman of the Natural Resource Committee. Please welcome from the Black Rock District, Senator Conrad Stewart.
Oh, Porky. You know, first and foremost, I just wanted to give thanks and praise to our Lord for continuing to bless the Crow Nation as well as our partners, so then that way we can have days like this. You know, I didn't actually prepare anything to say, but you really can. When we're standing here, you know you're going to speak from the heart. You know, being involved in these meetings, you're not just there filling a seat. You're not just there to try to try to act important or try to do something. You're there to look at those children that are out there. I got children that I love dearly. I know you all have children that you love dearly, and we got grandchildren, and we got to look at our youth. You know, for a long time there, as I was growing up, I kind of mentioned it to some of the others here, that I grew up at as a politician's kid, I guess you would say. But in the benefit of that, I was able to, I'd be building sweat, cutting wood. I'd be putting in rocks for them. I'd listen to them. I listened to my clan papas. They talk to me, they talk about different things, they talk amongst themselves. You couldn't help but absorb. You couldn't help but absorb the importance of being a Crow. You couldn't help but absorb the importance of understanding or making sure that our sovereignty or the importance of our people has to continue. You couldn't help to absorb your spirituality